I'm live again. But I should be reading this instead of being live. Because of course I should be. But yeah. Let it sink in. But if you have Twitter, leave it. Or X. Let it sink in, well. Because I did a previous video in Swedish here at the Neo-Feudal, as I'm wont to do, about the national uproar. Nationellt uppror, it's like a national thing here in Sweden to support Hamas. To support Palestine. And then I downloaded this Instagram reel, as one does, and posted it on YouTube as a premiere. So you can't even see it on YouTube yet. Then I posted that on some political places on Discord, for instance, and one person said, well, you're wrong. But they didn't even see the video, because it hasn't premiered yet. It's not possible to see it. Okay? I think I posted the Instagram reel as well, so they might say that we were wrong, that I was wrong by seeing the other Instagram reel. But these are not native Swedish speakers. I don't think they actually know Swedish at all. But I was still wrong. Okay. Let that sink in. Anyway, so for the great entertainment and to really drive my point across, I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to do it in English. And you know what? When I post this and share this on Instagram and then on YouTube and post it in the same Discord server, people will still say that I'm wrong, and that's fine, but then they at least understand it, hopefully. But they will disagree and think I'm wrong, but I'm not, because I'm right. Anyway, nationellt uppror. The stupidity, it's so large, so large. I have to walk around to wrap my head around it. There's a national movement here in Sweden, you see, and of course I would think and want it to be about standing up for trans persons' rights, of course, as you should. But no, this is literally a movement to stand up for Palestine, and that the Swedish government should cut all ties with Israel and blah blah blah. Okay. Yeah. Due to the genocide, but there is no genocide. Yes, actually there is a genocide in Gaza. There is actually, yeah. So prove me wrong. The problem, however, is that the genocide is not caused by Israel. It's caused by Hamas. Hear me out here. Hamas is also supported by Iran. So if you support Palestine, you support Hamas, and then you support Iran, and that's how it is. Okay? You like Iran if you support Palestine. You like how they treat women. You are literally thinking that it's okay and a good thing to torture and kill women for wearing the hijab wrong, because that is what Iran does. You support that. If you support Palestine. And I know that there are persons in Palestine who are not Hamas. And they are the ones who are most likely to get killed and be used as human shields by Hamas. Okay, I'm sure some of the Hamas some of the persons who are being used as human shields do it by their own free will, but I don't think all of them do. And that's the genocide, that you use innocent persons as human shields, and that's what Hamas does. And now I can still hear you saying, "Oh, Richard, my name is Bruce Ron, by the way, but it's socialist." No, because the revolution didn't work in the Arab world. It hasn't worked anywhere, but that's beside the point, because it hasn't. But that's beside the point, because if there had been an inch of socialism, an inch of socialism, an inch of Marxism in Iran, women would have been in some form of power. So check out the images from how it was during the Shah. Yeah, there were women in parliament in Iran, and they didn't have to wear hijabs either. And I know there's a female prime minister in Iran, but she has to wear the hijab, and if she dares to wear it wrong, it's bringing her to the slaughter, right? Because that's what you do when you practice theocratic fascism, which Iran does, which Saudi does, which Afghanistan does, and quite a few other different Muslim-led countries. And what really stuns me and irks me the most with this national thingy is the cosplaying. Because there's a lot of women in this field who are having Palestine scarves, and that's fine. It's stupid, but it's fine. But some of them are kind of turning it into a hijab, because it's safe to do that here. It's safe, because they can remove it afterwards. Not possible in Palestine. Not possible in the West Bank. Not possible in Afghanistan. Not possible in Iran. Not possible in Saudi. And there are some Muslim-led countries that are slightly better than ours, as the United Arab Emirates, that at least acknowledge Israel's right to exist. The other countries around, the neighboring countries, they don't even acknowledge Israel's right to exist as a nation, and that's really hard to work out some kind of peace agreement here. And now I will get into the famine, because there is a famine. Yeah, and famines aren't generally not good. No, of course, famines aren't good, but Israel is getting a lot of blame on that one too. But it's not their problem. Yeah, they could let the food rations come in. They could allow food to come in. But the neighboring countries of Israel, Lebanon, Syria, Egypt, Jordan, yeah, they don't let the Palestinians and the Arab people come into their country. And that's not socialism. The persons who are suffering most during the world are we're not going to take you. So that's not socialism. It's not equality. It's not Marxism. It's not an inch of anything. Now, Israel is doing quite a lot of stupid things, and they have a lot of stupid problems. Because they're stupid, but they are not torturing women. They aren't forcing women to wear hijab. And I'm not an Islamophobe. I'm not, because the hijab was around even before Muhammad. So let's see about female leaders in the Middle East. Have there been any? You were at the back, Benazir Bhutto. Oh, yeah. But did she have to wear a hijab? Of course she did have to wear a hijab. Wouldn't have worked out that good anyway. And also she was kind of empowered into semi-dictatorship. One of her male relatives had power before her, so she kind of had an easy way in and not an easy way out, because she was killed. Maybe due to her corruption, that might be way in, but I'm sure that maybe she also wore the hijab wrong, and hence were killed, because that is how you do. And if you do that, you're not a feminist. If you force persons to wear hijabs, you're not a feminist. And the cosplaying though, because it's so easy to be a Swedish woman or a Western woman and wear a hijab, because it's a good photo op, and nothing bad will happen to you later. And I also saw some pictures of women who seemed or actually looked like they had Lebanese or Arab heritage, rocking the hijab. And I can't understand why. I can't wrap my hand around it. But yes, I can, because it's safe. It's cosplay. And it's a good photo opportunity to stand up for your sisters, but you're doing the exactly wrong thing. You're wrong. Because the hijab is oppression. It's literally cultural oppression, religious oppression. And I can hear someone saying, "Oh, okay, it's your own personal choice." Yeah, because you put the hijab on when you're 4, 3. No, and even if you do actually get the hijab on at 18 or 20 or 60, it's because you're tricked into wearing it. Above us on this kind of novel sound. So the stupidity, it's like, and I've seen this for so many years. Since I was a kid, I've seen the problem with this. Because there's still a problem, right? Yeah. So, again, if you support Hamas, if you support Palestine, you support Hamas. And if you support Hamas, you support Iran. Okay? So, don't support Iran. Don't support Palestine. And don't support Hamas. And I welcome a debate, because this national thingy in Sweden, they have deleted the ability to even comment. Because 2 or 3 persons, guess who was one of them, made some points. And there are 8 people running the account, 8. And it's still hard to moderate the account. So come get some. Come get some. Debate me and prove me wrong. By Satan, prove me wrong. It is being written as we speak. It is a Force Futuristic Art project. My name is Prisbron. Prisbron is my name. Force Futuristic Art is my game. Neo-feudal is the way to go. Praise Bob. Vote Neo-feudal.